moving pretty quick. Okay. Hi, Khalid. I can share my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to call this meeting to order. It's now 6:07, and I'm coming to you from Woof establishment on Flatbush Avenue between Winthrop and Hawthorne. So I want to welcome everyone to our monthly meeting. So I like to, before we get started, that our secretary is not feeling too well. She's not going to be able to attend. That's been Julia Bryant. And also our vice chair has had a prior commitment and she won't be there. I think the first order of business is to, let me put the agenda up. Let's Did everybody get a copy of the agenda?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So here we are. Why don't everybody, let's start by introducing ourselves. So my name is Nicholas Almono. I'm the chair for the Community Board 9 Park Recreation and Culture Committee. So let's pass it to the next person. So, and then, well, I'll name somebody else to introduce themselves. David? Romeo?
David Romeo, member of the committee for several years now, resident of the neighborhood.
Pick somebody.
Celeste.
Hi, Celeste Chase. I'm a board member and I'm also of the community.
So let's choose someone and ask them to introduce themselves. Should be able to see the name on the list on top there.
Brenda?
Which one?
Hello?
Yeah. Oh,
Brenda,
Celeste, choose
I think she's
somebody.
posting. It's hard to hear her sound, but this is Brenda Pagan. I'm a resident member of the committee, have been so for the past several years now. And Naima. Naima Wood.
Thanks, Brenda. My name is Naima Wood, and I've been a member of the committee for about a year now. I'm going to pass it to Alexandra.
Did you say my name? Sorry,
Yes.
a little bad. Hello, my name is Alexandra Moorman. I am a park manager. I work for the Parks Department. I oversee Districts 8 and District 9. And so you need me to call on another person?
Yes.
Who didn't go? I don't think I heard Melody.
Hello, my name is Melody. I am a Crown Heights resident and I'm also a community organizer with Outdoor Skates. And I'll pass it to Khalid.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Khalid Jamaat. I am a community associate here at Brooklyn Community Board 9, helping you all administratively. So please, if If you have any questions, please, feel free to ask. I'll pass it over to Christopher.
There we go. Good evening, everyone. My name is Christopher. I'm a community organizer, community member, and lover of parks and outdoor spaces. Happy to join you all this evening. Looking forward to learning about your community initiatives. All right, did we all go? I guess I'll choose someone else at the bottom of my screen. I'm sorry, Naima or Miss Wood, did you introduce yourself already?
Yes, I went already.
Excellent. Well, hello and good evening, everyone. I think that's everyone on my
Gloria.
Gloria.
Great.
Ms. Briggs, can you please introduce yourself?
I think she dropped off. Yeah.
I can introduce myself. My name is Hannah. I'm a Crown Heights community member. I've never been to one of these meetings before. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Who else hasn't introduced themselves? Alexandra?
I went.
All right. Nicholas?
Yes, I think that's everybody. We have 10 people here in total. But first of all, we're gonna move to a roll call to see if we have, not before that, we'd like to get Ms. Mormon to do a presentation. So why don't you take it over, Alexandra, and present do that, and we'll do the roll call after your presentation.
Okay, thank you. Am I able to share my screen? No, can you maybe allow me to share my screen, or you might have to make me a co-host?
You should be able to share your screen now.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So if there was anybody who may have came on a little bit later or missed the introduction, my name is Alexandra Mormon. I am the park manager for both District 8 and District 9 and all parks and green streets that fall within those areas. And I'm going to be doing a quick presentation on Let's Green NYC, which is a volunteering, the way that Parks is going to be tracking volunteers for those who do things in the community as a whole. And then if you have any questions, I can provide my email or contact, share the flyer. This way we don't take up much time. And the slides are pretty straightforward. I'll read off some and then the rest you guys can kind of read as I go through it. Oh, so sorry. Here we go. So during COVID, our parks were the community hubs for New Yorkers. Many people at that time couldn't be indoors or didn't want to be indoors, I should say. You know, we were all getting cabin fever. So everybody started going outside to parks and would go out just to be able to social distance and get a different environment than the same four walls that everybody was watching, looking at for quite some time. What Let's Green NYC is going to be doing is just improving the tracking. We're going to engage a record number of volunteers by the end of 2024. We're going to better track volunteers. We're going to be expanding equity. We're creating a new website, which the link will be provided as well. Some volunteer groups have been already built and some are going to be added. Some people want to add their own groups. If it's not already a current group, they can be able to add those after. You can enhance your engagement, celebrating our existing volunteers and attract new members and partners that may want to volunteer in the near future. Why volunteering with New York City Parks? Volunteering is a long-standing pillar of New York City Parks mission. Being in nature boosts your mental health and your physical health. Volunteering with a group can fight loneliness and foster new connections. And Park also offers hundreds of volunteer opportunities all over the city with diverse groups, from beaches to playgrounds to gardens, trails, and there's something for everyone. Right now in some of my parks, whether it be, people from the community or the community groups like yourself may want to see some areas beautified within the park. And those are great times for volunteers to get together to help do so. In some of my parks, we get donations from other groups who may volunteer. We did one in St. John's. It's not necessarily in District 9, but it's not far over. I'm sorry, in District 8. And we were able to do some planting just to help beautify the park itself. So those are great ways that volunteer groups can help. This is what the new website is going to look like. You'll be able to filter through based off of your interests, and then you'll be able to match yourself with the volunteer group, whether it's like animal centered, large groups, small groups, if it's ethnicity based. If you can scroll in the middle and see some community gardens, disabilities, dogs, LGBTQIA focus, nutritional wellness, public safety. So there's various groups that you'll be able to join in with to volunteer. And then this will, if you don't see your group, you can get your group added if you want to kind of like spearhead your own group. This is also the new website that will showcase the diverse volunteer groups. You can also search by up top on the website. You can see citywide or borough-wide. If you only want to stick to Brooklyn, you can do so. And then this is kind of a map of the 5 boroughs where you're able to zoom in to find where a specific group will be meeting. And pretty much just before ending, get involved with Let's Green NYC, visit our website and volunteer for an event, whether it's in a local park, maybe one close to you, or another borough, maybe one close to your home. I'm sorry, near to your job. Encourage others to volunteer and help Green NYC. Tell your local civic community groups, which is what I'm trying to do here today. And then just last but not least, learn more about Let's Green NYC. And this is the website for anybody who may want to jot it down. And you can also just do a quick Google search or find it through the parks website. And that is it for me. Does anybody have any questions or things they want to comment on? No, awesome. Well, thank you, Nicholas.
No questions?
Yeah, I just have
It's a
a
pleasure to
question.
see you again, Alexandra. This committee is working on some initiative in which you're probably going to be this particular initiative from the city will probably be part of what we are trying to do, which we will communicate to you much later, definitely,
Awesome.
because we have a work in progress for something that definitely will incorporate the volunteering and activism in the park. Okay, are there any questions? Okay, I'll share my screen again and go back to the agenda. Okay. All right, so now let's do roll call. Well, before to do that, I need to get somebody to take notes for us because we don't have our secretary today. Will I get any volunteer? I think we had a backup. Okay. Is anyone member of the committee who's willing to take the minutes for us today? Okay. Any volunteer going once? Going twice? Gone. I guess
I
we're
can take it,
gonna
Mr. Amino.
yes, that's where I was about to go. So Khalid's gonna take the notes for us. So Khalid, you have the list of the committee members. Would you want to go to roll call for us?
Maria Acosta, right? Celeste Chase, Back to Celeste. Fortuné Lozelle. Paul Pascal. Julia Bryant. Here. Gloria Briggs.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, yes, we're just marking you present. Brenda Pagan.
I'm here.
David Romeo.
Present.
Okay, John St. Bernard. David Walters. Naima Wood.
Here.
All right, Mr. Amar, you do not have a quorum tonight.
Khalid, just at Celeste
Celeste?
Chase, I'm here as well.
Yeah, I got you. I know, I figured you went out.
Okay, okay, thank you.
But yeah, you do not have, you're missing quorum. No.
Quorum, what we will not be able to do is to take any votes, but we'll go to the agenda, go over the information, and we'll go from there. So we won't be able to go to the next point of the agenda, which is the approval of the minutes, because we don't have a quorum. So we'll do that for next time. I want to call on David Romeo. What can you tell us anything about Friends of Wingate?
Well, I contacted Miss Morgan on February 2nd. She asked me to give her to give up my name and cell phone number, which I did, and to send an email to Friends of Wingate, right, inviting them to this meeting tonight, which I did, and I also sent you a copy. But I haven't heard anything, I haven't gotten any feedback from her. So I don't know what's going on. I expected to hear from her. I expected to see her tonight, and I haven't.
Okay, because we are hoping they were there to tell us to talk about what's happening in phase 4 for Wingate. So let's move on to the agenda. So we're not going to be able to approve the minutes. Let's move on to, hold on. Let me open another agenda. This one is kind of limited.
Mr. Amador.
Yes.
Yeah, we did have I see you have public commentary on your agenda. We did have some people that briefly wanted to.
Okay, so all right, so maybe let's move to that, basically. So I want to try to move. Yeah, go ahead. So why don't we go? I think the next step is public commentary. So if anybody have public commentary, we'll get started with that. Who do you have on the list for public commentary? Anybody?
I believe Hannah wanted to briefly explain her.
Yes, thank you so much. My name is Hannah Valasek, and I live in Crown Heights. I've lived in New York for 20 years. On a daily basis, I go to the Mount Prospect Park, which is right beside the museum and the Botanic Gardens and the library. I'm part of a thriving community that goes there every day, uses the park on a daily basis every season. I walk my dog there, but there are many other people who use the park for sports, children, people of all ages. It's a very diverse space. Welcome to all. And recently I found out about the proposed 40,000 foot skate park that is supposed to go in, and that was backed by Crystal Hudson, and Tony Hawk donated $1 million to that, as well as the 3 other spaces in the city that are going to get these skate parks. I have some questions on this park. I don't know if this is the appropriate place to ask the questions. But I'm not against having a skate park in the community. I know that Broward has one that is being repaired as part of this work. I would be an advocate for a skate park to be elsewhere, but I'm very concerned that it's going to destroy green space, what precious green space we do have. And I have, as I mentioned, a lot of questions, and I don't know if this is appropriate to ask them here or if I should ask them another time.
Okay, I think this is the appropriate, because I just found out about this today. Could you give me, hold on 1 second. And I think what we need to do, we're gonna go and find out exactly what's going on. And I would welcome you to come back next month, so when we learn a lot more about it. So we could discuss about it, so we could decide as a community board, we could pass a resolution to state our position with respect what's gonna happen. And I think I just want to thank you for informing us. I don't think most people were aware of it. I just became aware of this particular situation today myself.
Okay.
It's just a matter of even it's not. I've used one prospect myself quite a whole lot, so I'm very familiar with that space. So I would like for you to come back next month. After we do some innovation, talk to a few people, so we could get this into the subject much more depth.
Great.
Are there anybody else with public commentary?
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Very much appreciate your time, and I'll be here next month then.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So,
bye everyone.
More information.
Oh, sorry, you broke up there.
Okay.
Okay, so
Anybody
I'll be,
else?
yes. Okay, thank you.
So let's see. What's the next one in the agenda? I was trying to get the agenda.
I believe there's other people that will briefly describe their organization. I don't know if they want to just.
Okay, who's it? So yes, go ahead. Anybody else? What?
Anybody else? The organization they're part of is the time to do it.
Yes, they can go ahead and start. What's the other organization? Why don't you do your presentation or your intervention?
Okay, I guess that's it right now.
Okay. And if nobody else? Okay, so now why don't we go to the cultural institution liaison report? One of our members just called me. I'm trying to get him into this meeting. So why don't we start with the Brooklyn Museum? Naima, you want to talk some more about that?
Sure. So Nicholas sent out an email to all the committee members last week, inviting you to a special day at the Brooklyn Museum coming up this Saturday on the 11th. So we were able to partner with Brooklyn Museum to get that special guest pass. So hopefully all of the committee members can attend, and you have the option to bring a +1. But the event starts at 11 a.m. sharp. So if you can make sure you're there by 10:45, because we only have one barcode that gets all of us in. So it's best to have all of us there at the same time so we can go in together. But the agenda is to first start with the Spike Lee exhibition. And then once we're done with the Spike Lee exhibition, then we'll move on to the Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats Dean Collection exhibition that just opened sometime this week. So we're happy about this opportunity, and we're grateful to the Brooklyn Museum. And next month at our committee member, the community engagement director for Brooklyn Museum will come to our meeting via Zoom and present the ideas that she has for us to continue our collaboration. So she did come last year and she gave a wonderful presentation. Her name is Laval, and she's coming for part 2 of that presentation next month. So we look forward to seeing her there. So if you haven't already RSVP'd to Nicholas to let him know that you're going to attend the group exhibition that we're participating in this Saturday, make sure you get that RSVP so we can have an accurate count on the number of participants. Does anybody have any questions about any of that at this time?
It's Saturday the 10th, right?
Yes, that's this coming Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna make sure we was there at 10:45. So we all meet in front of the museum at 10:45.
Just correct.
Naima, do you have any other art-related information you'd like to share with the group?
Oh, so I do want to let you all know about Dorsey's Fine Art Gallery. There's an exhibition coming up. It's an artist reception coming up on Sunday, February 18th from 3 to 6, and the artist will be there. Her name is Ann Tinksley. It's a solo exhibition. She recently turned 90 years old. So we'll have a birthday celebration for her as well at the artist reception. But the name of the exhibition is called Conversations 2. And the theme is around religion, politics, travel, community, and family. So there are 50 pieces of art included in the exhibition. It's a variety of collages, oil paintings, and monoprints. So see all of you there. We had a really good time at the last artist reception that we had in November for Otto Neal, and have a good time for this one as well. So again, it's Sunday, February 18th from 3 to 6, and there will be a flyer that appears with this information on the email blast that goes out this Friday.
You Are 12. The song is often referred to as the Black National Anthem. It has been part of the pregame lineups.
Any other information, any question for Naima regarding our report? We should be thinking we should be developing a lot more arts activities from within this group. So hopefully we'll get a cluster of our committee members that deal with that section, because so far the visual art hopefully will bring music that's happening within the community board and so on and so forth. Hopefully we'll get to that. So now why don't we go to the next committee report? Brenda, anything else you need to report for us?
We are we love the shot around the people.
Has their microphone open? Can they please mute themselves? I keep hearing the background voices and sounds. I don't have any updates as far as the community gardens are concerned. The information that I gave last month still remains true. It's winter, so things are on rest mode right now. And the gardens will be opening up again this year in April, particularly Maple Street Community Garden. Gloria is here and she can speak for Union Street, but Maple Street will be open again. You're trying to plan an event for April, another event for May, and then
to participate in Open Gardens the first weekend in June. That's a Green Thumb citywide event. So we're looking forward to getting information from the committees who are planning events for April, one for April, one for May, and again, one for June. So as soon as I have actual dates and information, I will share it, hopefully by our next meeting. And that's it for the community gardens. And the Prospect Park Zoo, no update for them at this time. So I'm gonna keep in touch with them. I don't know if they have been put on the mailing list yet to receive the meeting email notices. So Khalid.
Yes, Ms. Pagan, you could share their email with me. I'll and I could add them if they're not already.
Okay, yes. Because I've been emailing them myself, but if they're on the list, then I don't need to keep emailing them as well. All right. Thank you. That's it.
Share with Kelly that email so they could get our regular announcement in terms on the this committee's meeting. But I want to switch over, since we're in community garden, switch over to Ms. Briggs. Gloria, welcome. You have the floor.
Hi, Nicholas. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. My name is Gloria Briggs. I manage the Union Street Garden, which is located on Union Street between Franklin Avenue and Clarkson Avenue. Now, back in the year maybe 2000, the Transit Authority came in with bulldozers and destroyed the garden. Reason being is that they wanted to make a parking lot for their employees. So we fought, and we were able to maintain our garden. But what had happened was, with the destruction, they never fulfilled everything that they said they were going to do once they had destroyed the garden. Now we have plans where they were going to revitalize the garden, make it even probably more beautiful than what it is at this time. Not to say it's not a beautiful garden, because it is, but they were going to make it much nicer. However, nothing has been done. Howard Golden at the time, who was borough president, he was very active in them doing some of the things. And one of the promises was that they were going to make the garden, like I said, that we have a plan here, a layout, that they were going to rebottle the garden. Now, the Department of Designs and Construction had came in, and they laid out a plan, and it's beautiful. However, thus far, and this goes back to the year probably 2000, nothing has been done. Again, Howard Golden was very good at helping us get what we got out of it. He's just passed away recently, so I haven't been able to make contact with him, unfortunately. He's resting. Hopefully, I'm taking a lot of these papers that I have from the Department of Design and Construction and sit down with Nicholas, and hopefully it's already in records with the MTA, and it's on record now, and we have a number. So hopefully, I don't know how far we can get after such a long period of time, how much they'll still do or keep any of their commitments, but hopefully once Nicholas and I sit down with all the paperwork that I have from them, something can happen positive in respect to doing what they promised to do after destroying the garden.
You just put it to the camera. So we want to put it on the record. We do have the papers, because I did get an email from the district manager about whatever the record we have in there. You have them with you, so I want to put it on the record that we have the papers. And I'm trying to find.
Okay, I don't know if you can see all the papers. It's a
I
lot.
could see something, right?
Yeah, this is from the transit here with a lot of the layout.
Mhm.
Here's one of the plans. There's even a more up-to-date one that's in the garden, but it's very hard to get to. I showed you that one the first time that you came to the garden. I showed you that one. But we have a lot of documents, letter from, I have even this letter from the president, the borough president at the time. A lot of information, all is needed. If you can just, I don't know how much you can see here, even something from going back to Board 9 in 1990. But these are just some of the papers. I'm going to sit down with Nicholas with the rest of these papers and let him see what was promised and what was done or what wasn't done or hasn't been done.
What I like to do is to schedule a day next week where you and I could go and sit down at the community board office.
I'm looking
and
forward.
let them make copy of everything, and you keep your original. So you let me know what day what would work best for you to do that. I'm looking at my calendar here. Between Monday in the afternoon, is that a good time for you? We'll try to do that. You and I can coordinate and find an exact time. I will meet
Okay.
you at the office, and then we'll go there. We'll give the office the copy. They should have some records since that had to be presented from the way back, but we're talking about 1990, so it's been a while.
Yes,
Okay?
it has been, but yes, it has been, but they do have a record of it. As you know, one of the members of the garden, it's an architect, she did a little investigation and it's still on record. So that should be of help to us as well.
Okay. So I think, are there any questions?
Are there?
Anybody have any question for Ms. Briggs? And we probably may have to get a couple of people to work together on this, so to make sure we keep follow up. Because I think another follow up we have to do is to really get back to the elected and the politicians to try to push that. So I think us as a committee should probably sit together and devise a strategy to get that done.
Okay. And
Okay,
Brenda, you mentioned April, gardens reopen, which is true. And that would also we can also say that will also involve about the bees, Nicholas, as well. We are considering the bees. And I think we can set up something for April or May with the gentleman that came during last year pertaining to the bees, starting something for the bees in the garden.
So what I'll do, I'll reach out to him and invite him to our meeting next month. So we could get the ball rolling. All right?
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Okay. So next, community liaison report. Are there anybody else? Let's see what we have. We have all the people to report, they're not here. We had the botanical garden. Julia is not here, and I think let's go and move the agenda a little bit. So then I think we could talk about. Okay. Then I don't think we don't have any more liaison report since the people that are responsible are not there. So if you're attending more time and you like what you see in this committee and the work we're trying to do, if you are interested in becoming a resident member, please talk to me. You could become a member, so we could have enough people so we could keep informed and get things done.
It's like going crazy.
what we are doing now, let's move more to section 7. In terms of the attendance of committee, but I think 2 members that that was assigned to the committee have not been attending since they have been nominated. I think the process is going to replace that. So I would urge anyone who's not in this committee that's attending the meeting, please reach out to me. There's a possibility you could join this committee as a member to help us further the work, because the bulk of the work of the community is done at a meeting. I have the authority to assign you as a committee resident member. So we can do that. So the next thing I want to talk about is I'm going to jump a little bit. I'm going to go to IHC, the Community Resource Fair. We had passed 2 resolutions last time. I think that was voted at the general board. I was not able to attend the board where we made some suggestions. What I want you guys to think for next month or even before, what kind of activity we as a committee can do at that fair, and what kind of resources going to do for that activity. So if anybody has any idea on that, I'd like to open the floor to discuss that in a moment. How do we see this community participation in the annual community resource?
Hi, I'd love to speak to this because I didn't get to give a full intro earlier, but my name is Melody again. I'm a part of Outdoor Skates, which is a grassroots-based organization that provides roller skating events and community fitness fairs that focus on health, wellness, and social engagements. I think this would be a great activity for a fair like this. It's definitely something that helps to build community. It's a great physical exercise, and it historically brings lots of joy to people of all ages.
So I like that, because in that fair you're gonna have children, you're gonna have all kind of other activities. I would encourage, if you want to reach out to me and the rest or anybody in the community, let's see what we can plan. And just let me know what kind of resources you're gonna do, because we'll have to submit a budget and whatever resources to do that. And I think this is a great idea to reserve an area for skating and so on and so forth, and exercise. So I think that's a great idea. I think I'm gonna do that. So if you want to reach me, you could call the office and they'll give you my email number and phone number, and then we could start planning. Anybody else? Brenda, anything else you would like us, you think us as a committee can do for that resource fair?
Not yet off the top of my head. I'll have to give it some thought.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Christopher again. I believe I heard a bit about this resource fair in your previous meeting. I wasn't able to attend, but I would like to learn a bit more about maybe some of the previous fairs that you guys have done, or some of the objectives or initiatives that you're hoping to really reach with this fair. So is it mostly community focused? Are we focusing on bringing out folks from a certain age group? What are the biggest goals for the activations that you guys are hoping to do?
If I may answer, this fair is open to everyone, from the little babies to all the way to the 90-year-old senior. It's open. So we have almost all the city agency present. We have a lot of health institutions in there bringing information that would come to that. And we have done some food distribution. So company in some cases, there's been an idea if we could get certain performers. At this time, that has not happened yet, but all these are open. So I'm open for any idea that we would like to present. Another idea also, if we're talking about visual art, we also invite a lot of visual artists to come and exhibit their painting. And some people to come and do the arts and craft they're gonna sell. So let's say you're a jewelry maker and all this stuff, you could get a table. I think the very first one we had food vending where we had members of the community that came and sell food. So there's I mean, it's open. So the sky is the limit. Whatever activity you can think it can be incorporated, but the whole idea really is to bring everybody in the community together, share information, and interact with each other. So what I'm asking is for next month, bring ideas, and then because we have to decide on which idea we're gonna do, find out what kind of money or budget that involved, and submit your budget will cost to accomplish those tasks.
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to staying updated and sharing my ideas. And just one other question. Do you guys have a space where you're, or a tentative space where you're planning on doing this event? Of course, it's going to be something in the community, but what might that look like as far as the venue and how that venue is activated?
This committee last month suggested that that fair would take place on Cowell Street between Rogers and Northland. The last two previous fair was in the park, Ronald McPepper. This was what we suggest. So it's going to be like a block party. So we're going to blow up the whole block. The good thing about that block, you have a high school, then you have Medgar Evers College, so which is very, very appropriate. So at least a quarter of the block is not housing. So, and then I think there will be a lot of, we will probably do some interaction between the high school and the college there, so we could incorporate them as part of that. So you think of that whole block, from Rogers to Northland on Cowell Street. And a lot of stuff can be put in that area. Okay. Any other suggestion or questions? With this, let me move to, we got the community garden update, which we got also. I want to talk about the board-wide conference for Community Board of Brooklyn. The committee had asked to bring about a resolution that we set up a subcommittee that was brought to the executive board and to the general board. They realized it's not possible to do it because creating a separate subcommittee wide is time consuming and is also in terms of all the meetings that have to take place. They suggested that we get that committee create a core group to sit on that. I'm working a lot more. There's a proposal that's been written for this particular activity. I just shared it with the district manager and the board chair for their comment. So I will bring it back to us next month. How we're going to proceed there. So this particular event is also being done with Community Board 17, the Park and Recreation over there too. So we are both planning this activity. So we will share a lot of the information we have in terms of what should take place. I think last time we shared some kind of a vision what the day should look like, but there's a lot more that has been developed. And hopefully, once I get back some comment and reaction from the district manager and the board chair, so we'll be able to talk a lot more about it. And I also had a contact at the City Hall Communities Affairs Bureau. I did a reach out to that person. Hopefully we'll get some more information on that. Okay, to say it very quickly is to put, to have a sense for all the community board in Brooklyn to meet at least every 2 years to find out what they are doing. So we could share good practices and develop certain things. Also, this committee had put together a park assessment spreadsheet that was sent to all the committee members where they can go to a park and observe what happened. But I think one idea maybe we could have that whole that evaluation plan can become some kind of an application. Like you go to the park, you go to the app, you said, well, at the bathroom clean, I'll do that, so you can make that report almost instantly. So that's some of the things I was thinking about. Okay? Questions? Any more questions?
Any questions?
Okay, one person was gonna try to reach us. Khalid, how many people did we need for a quorum? We needed one more or two more?
2 more.
Oh, okay. David Waters called me, is on his way, but I don't think we'll get a quorum. So we cannot have any more voting items because we don't have a quorum. So I think we more or less exhausted what we are doing. So are there any old business?
Yes, just a clarification in regards to Prospect Park Zoo. I'd like to know from Khalid, possibly, is it possible to add them to our email list, not the email blast, but our email when we are notified about the monthly Parks and Recreation meeting?
On the committee email. Okay, that I'll have to ask Dante about that. I'm not sure.
Okay, okay.
But I will follow up with you tomorrow morning. That's okay. And I also just want to say, everybody that presented, we're interested in the community resource fair. Thank you. Please take down our contact information so that we can connect you with the committee chair here, Nicholas Amanor, so that we could get the ball rolling on that. So if you're ready, our email address is bk09-1@cb.nyc.gov. The email address again is bk09-1@cb.nyc.gov. Thank you.
Any other questions? So Melody, if I may ask, you live into CB9 community, right?
Yes, I live in Crown Heights.
Oh, okay. I know Hannah is not. You say you live in Crown Heights? Okay, because I'm always
Yes, that's right.
I'm always glad to recruit people to come to become members of that committee. So if I would love for you to join us and become member of that committee. Okay, so the invitation is extended. Okay.
And I need to email you said to do that as well, right?
Yes.
And I do actually have a question about this community fair that we're discussing. Do you have a date for that already planned, or is it just TBD based on activities and planning?
Usually I think we suggested June 1st. The weekend after Memorial Weekend.
The first Saturday in June, and we were talking about Saturday or Sunday, the first weekend in June.
The first weekend in June. So we have never had one on Sunday. So either one, yeah. So that first weekend in June. That's what the committee allocates. Saturday or Sunday.
I think there was some discussion about certain some people would Saturday being the Sabbath. So whatever. So the possibility of having it on a Sunday was raised, I believe.
Right. I know one of the difficulty of having on Sundays to get the city agencies, but I think they could still. I think I've seen them participating in a lot of activity like the Atlantic Antique when they come out. So that shouldn't be much of a problem. So we'll see what happens because this whole community board is taking, they are ready to do it. They're asking every committee to get ready, send something. So, because before you know, June is here. Okay. All right. Are there any new business? All right. So let's talk some more in between. And if it's so, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Okay, so David, I hope to see all you guys on Saturday at the museum.
Yes,
And you're +1.
yes, right, yes, I plan to be there.
Yes, so, and we could catch up. Okay,
So 10:45, Naima?
10:45.
Inside the
Right.
museum?
At
Not
10:45.
in front of the museum, right?
The museum opens at 11, so if they allow us to come in at 10:45 in the lobby, then we'll just meet in the main lobby area. But if you get there and it's not open, we'll just meet at the front door.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great.
Great meeting, everyone. I'm really
Bye.
sad to miss it
Thank
and the exhibit. I hear it's gonna be amazing.
Okay, I think so too. Thank you for attending the meeting. Invite somebody else, bring some people in. Supposed to have just not more the committee. This is open to the whole community. So tell people to come and attend this meeting. We're trying to really take care of the recreation and thing of this community as much as we can, as well as keep the parks for spaces for us. And you could see that presentation, how important park is, especially for the mental health of the community. So thank you. I say good night to everyone. So meeting is now adjourned at 7:03. So I see you guys on Saturday and from there on, I'll see you guys on next month. Don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions, okay?
Nicholas,
Yes.
Good night.
the meeting
Thank you.
started at 7:06 and the meeting is ending at 8:03.
Oh,
You-
no, no,
you're an
I don't
hour
know.
off.
I'm sorry. The time on my computer says 7:03. I think I'm still on Central Time.
Yes,
Okay, at 8:03. It's
Yes.
8:03. Thank you very much. He has not made the transition from Central Time. I was in Central Time for quite a while. And once again, Gloria, condolences, okay? All right.
Okay, all right.
Good evening, everyone. Have a
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night, all.
Thank you.
Right, good night.
Bye.